Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I've got another Spark 143 model to talk about today, and it's the 2005 Chevrolet Corvette C6R. In 2005, Corvette came to Le Mans with its brand new, completely redesigned C6R. After working out some teething problems during the Sebring 12 Hour, the car was ready for Le Mans. There was also a new brand entering GT1 to mix it up between Corvette and Ferrari, Aston Martin. The Astons looked strong, and it showed in qualifying. Both cars managed to leap ahead of the new C6Rs, and the battle would only rage during the race. As the race started, the Corvettes were hanging behind the Astons, but early into the race, Ron Fellows overshot the braking at Arnage and slammed the car into the barrier. All was okay, but the Ferrari got around and Ron was fighting to get that spot back. The number 64 Corvette was reeling in the leading Aston, and many were wondering if the vets were sandbagging during qualifying because the Corvette had great pace at the start. Not even an hour into the race, the leading number 59 Aston received a stop-and-go penalty. The team had no idea what the stop was for or if it was even true. But race control saw the Aston hit the cone at the Ford chicane and it was forced to come in. Darren Turner served the penalty and was now playing catch-up to the leading vet. The battle in GT1 was so close, even in the pits. Both the Aston and the vet nose to tail, trying to gain any advantage one could. The number 64 had a great stop and jumps the Aston in the pits to regain the lead. This battle was absolutely relentless at the start, not giving any room to the faster prototypes. But the lead would be brief, as number 64 suffers a left rear cutdown at Mulsanne Corner and has to baby the car all the way back to the pits. This put the leading car down in the GT1 standings. But Aston wasn't spared either, as the number 59 car overshoots the first Mulsanne chicane and then hits the cone at the Ford chicane again. The car was forced to come back in for a timed stop and go. This was the second penalty for the leading car and the team. Shortly after, the number 59 car would have to get front splitter repairs because of that off-track incident. But Corvette also had drama. After a pit stop and driver change in the number 64 vet, Olivier Beretta had yet another rear cutdown on the car and had to come in to replace it. No body damage was done and the car was back out on track. After all the drama thus far in GT1, the vets were second and third in class, behind the number 58 leading Aston. The Aston vet duel would rage into the night, and by morning the number 58 Aston had a one-lap lead over the 64 vet. But front splitter problems plagued the leading car and it was forced to come in for repairs. The number 64 was just coming out of Mulsanne Corner and would take the lead as the Aston was still in the garage. The sister Aston wasn't much help either, as it suffered a left rear cut down and had to make an unscheduled stop. 19 hours into the race, and both Astons were sandwiched between the vets. Once repairs were done on the Astons, they were back out on track trying to chase down the number 64 leading car, but the consequences of that would take its toll. With a few hours left in the race, big problems hit the Aston team, with the number 58 coming to a stop on track with no fuel pressure. At the same time, the second place 59 car went into the garage with a water leak. The number 63 vet moved into second place, and now both cars set 1-2 in GT1. At the end of the race, the Corvettes finished first in GT1 and was the highest overall finish for a GT1 car. 5th and 6th behind 3 Audis and a Pescarolo Judd. It was a textbook run for the team, with the only problems being the minor off and the 2 cut tires early on in the race. Here is the GT1 winner, 5th overall, number 64 Corvette C6R. It's in a silver box, so you can tell it was an older release. The sides are open, and we can just slide it out. And what's great about this is that right here on the end, it says 5th overall winner. And that's what's crazy. This car managed a 5th overall position in the entire 24 hours of Le Mans. And that's just mind-blowing. Yellow is synonymous with Corvette racing. In the past, they've had some variations with different colors, but mainly it's been yellow. And this car is all yellow. It's a great looking car. They easily stand out on track because I think they have a lockdown on that color, especially in GT1. As I said earlier, this was a brand new car. You can tell the differences from the C5R, especially on the front with this wide air opening. In the past, they had two little nostrils, and this really helped airflow. Clear headlights on the front, a giant radiator scoop on the hood, and a nice diffuser on the back. If anyone knows me, I'm more of a Viper fan, but you have to have a Corvette in the collection, and I thought this one was great because I'm a big fan of Olivier Beretta. He basically started the Viper program, and when the Viper program demised, he got an offer from Corvette, which he couldn't refuse, and now he was driving for Corvette. And this was a great finish for him, 5th overall in the race. And with so many Corvettes to collect, I thought this one was the best one and the only one for my collection. The drivers on the car were Oliver Gavin, Olivier Beretta, and Jan Magnussen. Drivers with outstanding pedigree who have raced everything in the sport and were dedicated and committed to anything that Le Mans would throw at them. So here it is, the number 64 Corvette C6R, the car that finished 5th overall in the race and won the GT1 class. If you like this video, give me a like and a follow. I've got a lot more cars to unbox, and we're doing a new video every Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.